Well, with Europe heading towards a populist nationalist surge and Eurosceptic parties are looking set to absolutely dominate the forthcoming EU elections, it's no wonder that some in the EU establishment are now so rattled, including, of course, French President Emmanuel Macron, who has overseen a situation in France in the last few years where the National Rally, Marine Le Pen's party, have emerged as the main opposition. Current forecasts and polls even have the National Rally securing a majority in France's parliament and winning up to 305 seats if the elections were held now. So clearly Emmanuel Macron trying to take the initiative and launch something of a fight back with the European elections on the horizon. Of course, as always with those in the EU establishment, the answer is always more EU. And so Emmanuel Macron setting out more grand plans for the EU, calling for stronger EU defence, and of course doubling the EU budget. And the warning here from Macron that the EU need to strengthen defence to stop the EU from dying. And of course now, as always, talking about even more integration when it comes to the EU. He even had the cheek, by the way, to criticise the UK's Rwanda policy, even though others in Europe are looking to copy this. We'll wait and see if this is going to be effective at all. You know my view that we need to leave the ECHR, and the likes of Robert Jenrick have said this Rwanda bill won't work, it isn't tough enough. But Macron criticising this, despite the fact that, of course, that we've seen crossings this year increase after Rishi Sunak agreed to hand the French huge amounts of money, and in return, as always, all we've seen is crossings actually increasing. But in response to that speech from Emmanuel Macron, you did see Marine Le Pen saying that a childish illusion led him to sell off, like none of his predecessors before him, entire sections of our sovereignty on immigration, on debt, and on defence partnerships conducted to the detriment of French industry. Now, what probably has got Macron and his allies so rattled, and they're absolutely right to be rattled, is that when you look at the head-to-head polling now, you see Marine Le Pen beating everyone. So she beats Edouard Philippe there, 51-49. She beats the current French Prime Minister and Macron ally, Gabriel Attal, 53-47. And you see Jordan Bardella, Marine Le Pen's ally, also level with Edouard Philippe and beating the current French Prime Minister. Indeed, if Gabriel Attal, the French Prime Minister, runs in the first round of the French presidential election, you would see Marine Le Pen there ahead by 15 points, with Mélenchon in a distant third on 14%. And perhaps what really is rattling Macron and his allies so much is that forthcoming European election, where you look at the current polling and what you see there is a massive lead now, 31.5% for National Rally versus 16.5% for Macron's alliance. So Macron clearly worried, but as I said, you're going to see, I think, a Eurosceptic surge, populist surge right across Europe, and the warning there from Macron that actually the EU could die. Let me know what you make of all of that in the comments below, please, guys. I will, of course, keep bringing you all the latest on this and more, so please do whack this video a quick thumbs up, and of course, as ever, cheers for watching.